guys, and welcome back. We're gonna talk to Solus. Let's do this. What do you gotta say for yourself?
The Dalish prisoners escaped safely?
We got them away free and clear.
Good. Your time with the Veil Jumpers probably taught you some of my history with our people.
A bit. Dreadwolf.
Whatever my frustrations with them, it was a privilege to be able to help our people again. Thank you for allowing me to help. Chance to infuriate Elganon was a reminder of simpler times.
You said you found the Dalish frustrating. Why is that?
It is unfair to them. I lived for thousands of years, and after I imprisoned the Evanuris, I slept for thousands more. I awoke in a world that had forgotten the ancient times almost entirely. And those who tried to remember Elven history, like the Dalish, had gotten so much wrong.
I suspect them calling Elganon and Gillenane and all the rest gods didn't go over well with you.
Indeed. To see that the history the Dalish worked so hard to preserve was the propaganda of tyrants was vexing. I tried to explain the truth to one clan. When I convinced them that I was truly Fen'Harel, they attacked me. After that, I hid my explanations behind the facade of having witnessed events in the Fade.
And every mage knows that what we see in the Fade might not be literally true.
Yes. The Dalish had no reason to believe me. I could only watch as they continued to worship Elganon, though we may have seen the last of that tradition, at least.
You and Elganon were really tearing into one another back there.
I needed to goad him to anger in order to distract him. But yes, while all of the Evanuris were monsters in their own ways, Elganon was the worst. Or perhaps it is more honest to say that his were the faults I've found most objectionable. You have met him now, heard his voice hammering at the doors of your mind, and you have met me. Can you see how he and I might frustrate one another?
The two of you are too much alike. Both of you want to be in charge.
I have no desire to be in charge.
No. You just want to be able to correct anyone who's not doing everything the way you'd have done it.
I see you have been observing me as well during these conversations.
All right. I can see how you and Elganon would hate each other.
He has always been what I most feared becoming. Callous and uncaring, his arrogance unchecked. To have that much power and no one to remind him that he could be wrong.
Well, he had you.
And I suppose I had you.
We would have had a hard time getting out of there without your help.
I did not spend this long preparing you only to lose you to Elganon's machinations. No, I am sorry.
No, that's what you
poorly
truly
said.
meant, I think.
You have earned better from me.
Better.
Okay.
When we first
I don't
met,
like that.
I saw you only as a foolishly confident child who disrupted my plans. You were an irritant. I gave you information to oppose Elganon out of necessity, but I expected you to be nothing more than a tool. Seeing you with your team, I was wrong.
You earn respect of the Dreadwolf. Okay, well, maybe, but the wording doesn't go with that.
I appreciate you saying that. Couldn't have been easy.
The only thing worse than being wrong is realizing it, but being afraid to change. Elganon's pride is no greater than mine, but he denies any failure on his part, and I at least try to acknowledge my mistakes. Your team trusts you, and you listen to them. It is impressive and enviable. It took me centuries to build such a bond during my rebellion, and when I served the Inquisition, I try to avoid entanglements.
Regrets. I still think he regrets and the mistakes that he's made. I still think he is still trying to correct those mistakes, and sometimes mistakes need to be left in the past.
Except for Inquisitor Llewellyn.
I said that I resolved to do so, not that I succeeded. She is a good woman. Growing close to her was selfish of me.
Do you regret it?
I live with countless regrets. Some of them I have grown to cherish more than my victories.
Thank you for sharing that. So, what comes next? What are the gods going to do?
Elganan and Gillenane are preparing the dagger they will use for their ritual to pierce the veil. Elganan's power is tied to light and darkness. He will need to perform a ritual during the next eclipse.
That gives us some time to prepare.
It is likely to be your last chance to do so. You must be ready for whatever comes, for this world and for the team that trusts you. I know that you will do everything in your power not to fail them.
So now Elganan's recovered his own archdemon, and the gods only need an eclipse to complete their dagger.
We saved the Dalish, though. That's important.
But now Elganan's immortal, so long as his archdemon lives.
And we all know how hard those things are to kill.
We killed Razikale, didn't we?
After losing hundreds of wardens, and it took a centuries-old trap to do it. We don't have either of those. Not anymore.
Just when you think the tide's in your favor, it turns right back.
The odds on this were never good, but we've already beaten them once. We have a job to finish, and 2 gods to kill. We don't get to wallow and whine because no one else is taking this fight.
Nice speech, Rook. But it's hard to complete a contract if you don't know where the target is.
We found the gods before.
Not without help, we didn't.
So we get help again. We've got allies everywhere now.
I can think of a few options, but I'm open to suggestions.
Wardens have run dry. Nothing new is moving in the deep roads.
And the Veil Jumpers couldn't find any trace of Elgranon or his archdemon.
The crows may have something. The Antam are moving large quantities of supplies out of the city. Weapons, armor, gatlock. And several storehouses worth of food, what little we had left. It's enough to feed the Antam Navy for 3 months. Or all of Treviso for 6 weeks.
Given the timing, it seems unlikely to be a coincidence.
Wherever those supplies are headed, that's likely where we'll find the gods. Any more details from the crows, Lucanus?
They said the Antam have long work ahead. We have time. Also, Biago would like a meeting. At your earliest convenience. From him, that means important, but not yet urgent.
We've got options for what we do next. Figuring out where the Antam are taking those supplies should put us on the gods' trail. That said, the Venatori aren't up to anything good in Minrathous.
Not to complicate things, but the Inquisitor also wants to meet Rook.
Right. With everything she's been doing in the south, we owe her an update.
I'll let her know.
Today could have gone better, but it could have gone much worse. We fought off the Venatori and rescued the Dalish. That's a win by any standard. Rest up, and be ready to go. Next time the gods appear, let's make sure it's the last.
Okay. Book Club notes. Second meeting. Notes on her second book club meeting, attending Balara Nev, Harding, Emmerich, Lucanus, book Mistress of Scarlet Moon by Irene Celeste, chosen by Harding. Notes taken by Balara. Notes. Harding felt the archery scene was very unrealistic. Spent 7 minutes demonstrating that the shot described were completely impossible. Broke 3 lamps. Emmerich brought Protagus made very realistic decisions. Felt that the number of the song in the book was excessive. Balara, me. Lost copy of my book halfway through reading it. Was still able to guess the plot twist correctly. Nev commented that the book made her hungry, elaborated that it was not the blood. Lucanus felt the book accurately conveyed the boring parts of being an assassin, did not enjoy the book. Dice rolled, and Lucanus picks the next book. Okay. Freed from the Evernearest. Today in the coordinate strikes along the eastern coast, agents of Fenrirel liberated slaves bound to Adrul. The slaves had their life force cruelly bounded to magical wards that were supposedly set to defend Arathan against enemies from across the sea, but which were in fact being siphoned for Andrul's personal empowerment. The slaves are now free, recovering their strength and safety. People of Arathan, the Evernoris would have you believe in such suffering is necessary, that your only worth is in service, and that they must bind you to protect you from outside aggression. They are lying. You are the strength of Arathan, not them. When you see the truth and are ready, call to Fenrirel and he will break your shackles. About the freed elves. We got word from the warding sites. Many dead, far more than casualties were inflicted. The story being spread is that we killed everyone. Andrel's servants made examples of a few and claimed that the Dreadwolf is trying to weaken Arathan by attacking servants and destroying the wards. It's hard to tell what people really believe now. I know you're bettering yourself reading this. Just remember the faces of the people we saved. We can't control what the Everneris do. And yes, we have to keep playing up the Dreadwolf. The people need someone they believe is strong enough to protect them, or they'll never join us. Don't worry, I promise to mock you viciously if you ever start believing those stories yourself. Velasan. Ooh, bunch of new quests. Okay. Return to Doctron. Okay. Well, let's see what those questionnaires are about. Missives. There's one. The Griffin's new home. Rook, it was good that you stopped by with Devon to see how the Griffins are growing. One of them, Hideous, is a faster learner. She came by the other day and flung a knot snake down at my feet. Nasty things. Unnatural and twisted by magic, they can clear an area of wildlife in less than a day. Then start a nest the next that sucks the plants dry. Hideous has torn it to pieces. Clever girl. I think these griffins are now exactly where they needed to be. Take care, Aldrin. Perfect. Good girl. Okay. Rook, we heard the wonderful news coming out of Arthon. You're doing We're told the Venatori are still reeling from their failure, and Dorian's caught wind of some of their most recent plans. Drop by the shop when you can. Marvis. Okay. Where's that other one? Oh, over here. Follow your directions, Rennie. A letter from the Habsburg Rook. We have continued to study changes in the Blight. Our latest findings are very interesting and disturbing. We can't let this spread continue. We'll catch you up the next time you're in the wetlands. Antonio. Okay. So... we got some side ones, and then we'll go to Treviso. Gotcha. Now let's go ahead, see what they got to say. Were they in Nev's room? Yes. Hi, you two.
Nev, I just wanted to say what you did back in Arlethan. Thank you. Really, you're a good friend. A really, really good friend.
You helped me
Don't
as
look at
much
me.
as I helped you.
There we go.
But you're welcome.
I never had a sister, but, well, you're one to me. And that means a lot.
Aw.
Pull the heartstrings. Means a lot to me too, Belle. And right back at you.
Wow. That was beautiful. Gosh, ladies.
Hey, about Elgernon's dragon.
Yeah,
You have to do the final strike.
I know. Same deal as Weishaupt.
Dragon that size means a lot of climbing. You gonna be okay?
You think I can't climb?
I don't know. Grey Wardens wear a lot of armor. The Lords of Fortune climb through old ruins all the time. I can show you some exercises.
Oh, think about it.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So. More. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. A Warden's Future. There's never been a lot of writing about what happens after the last archdemon fall. Archdemons fall. It was lifetimes away for the Wardens before us, and our lives are shorter than most. I didn't think about it either. It's sad in a way. People couldn't imagine a day it would end or the things would have a chance to get better. Not a break between the last bad thing and the next, a chance for Thetis to recover for longer this time. Given all we've seen, maybe it needs the more than we know. The Blight's changed, so stopping archdemons won't end our work. Maybe that should still feel sad, but it doesn't. There's a world here to fight for, and we can win it. Expert from Africa's journal, a small blue flower is pressed alongside it. You're at 9. I like it. You're at 8. You're coming with. Everybody's at 9 except for Nev. And these two are kind of what I'm thinking about for bringing last grouping, but we'll see what's happening. Everything kind of happens and I change my mind. I'm so inconsistent. I'm telling you. I never know where, if I'm coming or going or what I'm doing.
Does Arlethan have a lot of truffles?
Probably. Why?
for the griffins.
Take a look.
Wow. Gotcha. I don't need that. Thank you. That looks like Amelia's staff, doesn't it? We'll have to find out for sure. But
You know where to find us.
yes, sir, I do. Companions. Perfect. What'd you do to make her bark at you? She was waiting to lay on you. And she was mad that you weren't calling her. That's nice. Our dogs. Grey Warden Crest, a proud reminder of Grey Wardens at their greatest strength, enduring despite years of neglect, as though unseen hands kept it from falling into disrepair. Okay.
Hey, Antoine. Evka.
Oh, you're still
I
on
can
it?
still hear it. Though it is giving me a headache.
Please be careful.
With the container? It's very sturdy. I tested it.
What? When? And how?
Am I interrupting?
No. Our study of the new blight continues.
We know the gods changed the blight. We think it changed more than they realized, or altered itself after.
It's answering to something other than gods.
So the rules changed further. The world's never as stable as people believe.
A veil jumper would know. We should trade stories sometime.
So what's the blight answering to?
Remember the strange call I heard after the Lavendale battle? It was here in the wetlands.
We think the source is out a ways, towards the redoubt.
I can tell it's something large, rooted. A construct of the blight itself. An eruption controlling the rest. What that could mean.
Oh, goodness, Antoine.
Everything that calls the blight impacts the Wardens. We withstand it. But gods, archdemons, it all adds strain.
If the eruption calls the blight, then it could mess with us too. Spark the calling sooner. We'll lose ourselves, along with the wetlands.
Oh, God.
Antoine, you hear stuff in the blight. more than some of the others. Are you...
Yes. A little sensitive, but it's not calling to me. Not yet. Like everyone else, I'll know when that changes.
Should you have told me all this about the calling?
First Warden would have said no.
You're our friend. You chase archdemons and fight the Blight. It seems fair you know what this means.
So, how do I help?
Figured you'd be in. Remember those samples you found when we first arrived? Based on our studies, Antoine made an alchemical flame. It's impressive. It should destroy the eruption.
Theoretically. At least the last batch was stable. Mostly.
But if the eruption's controlling the Blight and it gets attacked, then the Blight around Lavendel might respond.
Yes, its roots are everywhere. And spreading. I can feel them.
These people can't lose their Blight experts. I can go after the eruption.
While we guard against nasty side effects here.
Stay safe. Or as safe as you can.
I've no fear when FK's at my back.
You've always got me.
The Blight poisons so much. Water, plants, animals, people. Some would call the wetlands dead already. But they're not. It's not too late. Whatever the eruption means for the Wardens, we can leave this place better. It's what we're supposed to do.
Yes, sir.
We'll take our stand in the sheltered glade. Meet us there when you're done.
All right, let's do this.
All right. Let's find the Blight eruption.
Am I in the right area? I think this is blocked, right? Maybe not. I can't do that. Okay. So... let's see if... I don't think this is gonna help, but... worth a shot. Nope. I gotta go to the other side. So I'll go around. Oh. Here, boy. You're in my what?
And the voice that calls back isn't yours.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Oh. I'm out.
It's the little details.
It's alright.
You hear a strange voice in those woods.
There we go.
Got us at range. Now it's your turn. Behind you, look out!
Make it count, Nev.
Got through that.
Yeah, we did. I do like these guys a lot together. I didn't think I would, but hey. Change our minds. A lot. Okay. So now, this opens what? Okay. Ooh. That opens this part. Perfect. I'll take it. Okay. Okay. Woo! Crap. I'm searching everything, everyone. Don't mind me. And we're breaking stuff. Come on.
Ebker and Antoine think the Blight eruption is the source of the surge.
If they're right, maybe stopping it slows the spread.
Can't say for sure, but if it gives us a shot, we have to take it. Antoine's right about one thing. Wetlands die for good, do nothing.
Got him. I need a coin. Thank you. All right. Ooh, I almost thought I was gonna drown. Wouldn't be the first time I went overboard. Oh, goodness. Okay.
Dock down safe at last. Back to what we were saying. Dock down safe at last.
For another day at least. A week if we're lucky.
There's the old man, expecting trouble.
I'm never disappointed.
And never unemployed.
But stopping Alio, we did good.
Savory. A hunt that ends well is rare enough.
How do I get there? Seriously? Yeah. Okay. Well. That was a little embarrassing. Let's do this. I don't know who they're fighting.
The redoubt. The blight eruption's taking root inside. Let's go.
My job's done. Your turn.
Nice hit, Nev. Nice hit, Rook.
Okay.
The odds there.
Oh no. Head first. That's right. Alright. Let's keep going. Perfect. Come on.
All right. Say we take down Elganon's archdemon.
Hold on. You're talking about winning? Aren't you more glass half empty?
It's hypothetical. But say we win. Last archdemon, isn't it? A monster that big. Where'd he go after that?
Rook and I have business to attend to.
We do, huh?
All right. Say we take down Elganon's archdemon.
Hold on. You're talking about winning? Aren't you more glass half empty?
It's hypothetical. But say we win. Last archdemon, isn't it? And a monster that big. Where'd he go after that?
Rook and I have business to attend to.
Good answer.
Good answer. That was worth a repeat.
There's definitely something in here. Something wrong.
Let us know when this goes from bad to worse.
Yes, please. We want to know. I did bring you as my Grey Warden, so to hear it. Crap. Ow. Let's see here. Over here it looks like. Huh? Oh my goodness. So, we're gonna have to get up there. First things first.
The eruption's on the other side of that barrier.
We'll need to cut off the tendrils to break through.
And fight if you darkspawn on the way. We're not alone.
A ballista.
Well, that could be handy. Get clear.
Damn it. I didn't hit the button quick enough.
Gnarly moves yours.
All right. Better move before more darkspawn show up.
All right.
We're through.
Let's see what's at the heart of this.
Whoa.
What is? Is that the Blight eruption?
Then heedeth.
The
Right?
darkspawn are protecting it. We need to take them out.
Oh. Damn, man. Okay. I got an itch, so I gotta stop for like 1 moment. Where I find the itch? It's like right in my sock. Good lord. Oh. Oh. Sorry, guys. It was so bad I couldn't do anymore. I still like that. Oops, wrong button. Mentos. This one. Andraste, bride of the Maker, a carving of Andraste, bride of the Maker, her eyes are serene. Eyes that would see divine influence in the world. Eyes that would find the Maker in a dream. Harvard Aegis of Faith, a carving of Harvard, the Aegis of Faith. The eyes are determined through filled with tears. Eyes that would weep for a lady, then carry her ashes home. Caitlin, make sure you keep an eye on the time, baby. Okay. Don't forget your brother. Even though I know she would want to forget her brother. Alright.
Damn it!
Davrin?
I can hear that eruption. The blight's spreading. We need to stop it. Better be ready.
Come on, baby.
What is it?
The eruption's not happening. Just keep fighting. We're not falling to it.
Ah! I will fight you in a bit.
Keep going.
We won't give in.
Got things ready.
Good job, Em.
Good job.
One for us.
Yeah.
This is it. Let's get that eruption.
Crap. There we go.
All right. We strike, and the whole thing goes up. All right. Time to destroy this thing.
Okay. I just want to check things out here quick.
The Blight eruption was...
We knew the Blight had changed, but I didn't expect that.
It's what Antoine's been hearing. It was spreading Blight through the wetlands. Further, maybe. When we hit it...
If it's all knotted together, they must have felt it in Lavendale.
Okay. Are you gonna give me more stuff? No. Okay. Take that. Okay, nothing there. Okay, I gotta stop one more time. Holy God. I wonder what's itching. Oh. Sorry, guys. It's like so dry in this house. But hey, we're back up to 4, and by next week it's supposed to be 40. I'm excited. But this won't come out until tomorrow. So Friday, I believe. It's going to be a pre-recorded so that I can go to my daughter's honors band program on Friday. So. Nice. Caitlin, it's almost quarter after, baby. That was fun. What is this?
They aren't blighted. Were they dormant?
Maybe. They're beautiful. Much like you.
Ah, Orc. Hi.
We knew when you hit that eruption. The blight around Lavendel reacted. And there was a sound in it. Like nothing we've heard before.
What happened in there? What was it like?
It is cold.
Bad.
Take that.
But it's gone.
Seems to be. At least this one. When the eruption was destroyed, some of the bigger tendrils pulled back. The remaining blight won't vanish overnight, but it's a good sign. And this place opened up.
The flowers here, they managed to survive, buried, untouched. They have a chance to return now.
That's gorgeous.
Oh, that's incredible. I wasn't expecting flowers.
It's what we're here to do, to make this possible again.
We thought the Grey Wardens' purpose would end when the last archdemons died.
And that time's almost here. It's unbelievable.
The Order is those of us left now. When the archdemons fall, some wardens will hang up their swords. Until their calling, at least.
So the Wardens are finished?
No, our numbers may get smaller, but Efka and I will be here. Others will stay too.
There's still blight in the world. There's something new calling to it. And to us.
There's blight inside us too. If it changed out there, have we changed as well?
What matters is that if new evils show up, we'll be here to keep them back.
Do you really think something inside you has changed?
It's possible. Or maybe we're the same. But does that mean we'll be the same? You can't sense the blight. But trust us, it feels different. And the sound is changing too.
As for what it means, it's like Antoine said. We don't know yet.
Excuse me.
Are you doing okay with all this? Really?
Don't worry. I'm good. I've got everything I need right here.
Aww.
Me too.
I'm sure you'll be fine. But if there's anything I can do, just say.
Of course. It's good we answered your first letter. And it didn't catch fire.
What?
It may have come close to an explosive, but we all met in the end.
The blight feels relentless most of the time. We see what it does up close.
The world dying, how it spreads. But we keep going.
And look, these flowers can make it back.
They really can. And they're beautiful.
I think so.
Lavendel was named for flowers. They must have been everywhere before. When we get back...
We can stay here a bit longer first.
Oh, yes. I thought I heard birds earlier. Maybe we can find them?
Heck yes. Fantastic.
The wetland.
Oh.
Aren't fully healed.
But some places barely come back at all.
Yeah. Pushing back the blight? It's possible.
There were flowers at Lucanus's villa. He might appreciate these. I could always give him the tour.
Oh, you're sweet. Okay. Perfect. How are you doing, Nev? 8. Okay, so... let's fast travel here. And I would like to take the 2 lovebirds. You
Thanks
just
for the tip off.
wait one moment
Got
here.
people clear.
I need to shop.
Get the new supplies, will ya?
Of course.
Lots on offer today. See you again.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. Behave. She just went to go get the other one. Whoops.
You spend far too much time here, Dorian.
This is where all my favorite people are. Besides, I have news, and every messenger bird I've met is dreadful at nuance.
The damned Venatori up to no good again?
What else? The cult lost people in Arlethan, and leadership has fallen to Knight Commander Lenos. He aims to bring the city to its knees.
But Minrathous is already falling apart.
I know. While the Varantis' attack on the city could have been much worse, the people's fear in the aftermath is palpable.
And the rumors about the Archon are true. He's dead. Assassinated during the Dragon's rampage. The palace has tried to keep the news from spreading until a new Archon steps up.
And no one has?
No one dares. Not with the Venatori circling like vultures. The risen gods are preparing for something big. And for that, they need fear. Chaos.
Preparing for something big? I don't like the sound of that. We barely got out of Weishaupt alive. And we needed Solus's help in Arlethan.
And that's why we need to know what the Venatori are preparing for. Lenos is the key to all of it. First, we stop what he's planning for Minrathous.
And then we find out what the gods are preparing for.
Let's hope it stays that simple. One of Lenos' Venatori associates is often at the Cobbled Swan. Let's see what we can get from him.
We? Dorian, you can't be going yourself.
It's the Swan. Everyone goes to the Swan.
I'll head out right now. We really need to figure out the god's big plan. Dorian thinks Knight Commander Lenos is part of it, so let's track him down first.
Come on.
Fine. Go away.
Please, go on.
You know, you're somewhat famous among the Shadow Dragons. At least the Demon of Virantium is.
Famous or infamous?
Because you're a mage killer. You turned that title on the Venatori. That's a point in your favor.
I saw some of the Shadows work before. Well, anyway, their good opinion is worth having.
Oh, for the love of God. I get turned around.
All the contracts I did in the winter, and I never did find out who paid for them.
You think it might have been the Shadow Dragons?
If someone else wanted the Veilguard dead enough to hire me, I bet they'd know about it.
We probably shouldn't keep Dorian waiting too long.
Dorian will wait as long as I leave Dorian wait. He's a patient man. He enjoys the fine splendors of things.
There's Dorian.
There's Lenos's associate. According to the shadows watching him, he's nervous and doesn't talk much, but does odd jobs for coin. Interesting, yes? I'll draw him off, you check his belongings, see if you can discover any clues about Lenos's plan.
Mostly gone. Warm. I don't even know what this is. Ale? Looks like he's been nursing it a while. A bedroll. It's definitely seen better days. And it's damp. Sleeping out in the rain?
I'll make food. Just relax. I'm recording. You'll be alright. Marathas targets. A map of the Maratha streets near the waterworks. And an ominous caption. Blight and Darkspawn release. The city yields to the Horde.
Half-eaten stale bread, water flask, muddy socks. And this map. Minratha's targets. That doesn't sound good.
Okay.
This all sounds like trouble.
What are you poking
Dorian
about in
will
there
wanna know.
for?
What can I do for you?
Hey, I didn't see you rifling through customers' belongings, did I?
This customer might be associated with Venatori. Be careful.
If he's Venatori, he's not like any I've encountered.
Thank
he
you,
comes
Caitlin.
in when we open, orders one drink, and sits in the corner all day. Then he leaves when we close.
Okay. We're not doing that one yet.
Lenos intends to destroy the city with Blight and Darkspawn.
Carthus. Nothing like an attack to cause chaos in a city.
You should head there immediately.
All right, let's go.
Yes, baby.
What have TV for not?
Sissy watching show?
No.
You can if she's not busy with it. On her phone. Okay.
We're not alone.
Empire fighter!
We failed! End it now!
Continue the assault!
Your lives for theirs!
Whoops. Can we open that? There we go.
We have company.
Excuse me, guys.
There you go.
Oh, I like that, guys. Excuse me. Okay, now back to where we were going. Goodness.
More trouble.
Oh, resistant. Okay.
Take it down.
I like these two too together.
Something tore through these gates. Something big.
Big ogre are we gonna fight? So they were sending blight.
Watch out. I bet this darkspawn was what tore through the gates.
Nice hit.
Targets ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
Impressive, Rook.
Ready when you are.
More blight in the way. That did it. We can get through now.
Think there's enough of them?
Good work, Rook.
Watch it.
I'd hate to be on their side.
Can't miss that one.
Neem? How'd you go?
Everything's crumbling down here. Might be tricky to get out.
At least a dozen people have been lost trying to map this place. But I've mentioned that. That's enough. Look for another blight boil.
Find the blight boils. We need to clear the way and keep pushing.
Huh. One more. There we go.
We got it. Way should be clear.
Should be.
Shadow dragons? How did you find this place? Venatori, to me! Do you think you've won? Do you think you can stop the Venatori? Or the risen gods?
I won't give up this to them. Or to you.
Now's your chance.
One less corrupt Templar in Minrathous.
Can't say he'll be missed.
Let's look around. See what we find.
Find Hala.
In Treviso, we have a tale of a masked man who lived in the bowels of the city.
Sitting in the sewer and consumed with lust for a noble woman he couldn't have.
You know the story.
We have the same one in Minrathous.
Really? Intriguing. Read. Letter. The Magisterium is ours. The Templars are ours. The place can no longer hide that the Archon Rennie is dead. The city's spirit will soon break, and the Venatori shall rise.
Lenos's documents. They detail the Venatori's long-term plans and what they want to do with Tevinter.
Come on. Ooh. Oh, that's way better than what I got. Okay. So we have this one to read. Okay. The gods' ritual. Lenos, preparation for the risen gods' ritual demands more soldiers. Sow chaos within the city, make the people desperate. Tell them the Venatori and the gods will deliver them. Do not disappoint.
The risen gods' ritual. That's what the gods and the Venatori are preparing for.
Okay. Which one did we not read? This one? Elven Star Chart. Ancient elves drew from the magic of the celestial spheres and wove their greatest enchantments beneath a darkened sun. A full eclipse approaches, which is an auspicious portent for our risen gods. Hallelujah.
These star charts predict an eclipse to make magic stronger.
So that's the play. A ritual performed under an eclipse to strengthen its power.
All this. The ritual, the eclipse, and the Venatori plans. We have to bring this to the Shadow Dragons immediately.
We need to tell the Shadow Dragons what we found.
Evil old gods, rituals, waiting for the stars. It's about as Tevinter as blood magic and hubris. Learning about the gods' plans is wonderful, of course. But the lists of magisters you got your hands on, now there's the real gold.
You've looked at it already. Of course you have.
Information on their backers, the ties to illegal slavery. Don't you see what this means? This is power, May. Imagine becoming Archon and using this against those who've been hurting the people for years.
You, on the throne? Dorian.
Tell me that wouldn't be a splendid way to bring about real change.
Changing Tevinter, helping people. If we can get something good out of all of this, I'm for it.
You've given us an opening, Rook, and believe me, we shall seize upon it.
But how would you use this information exactly?
Dorian wants to use it to crush our enemies by whatever means necessary. I prefer to use it to rally the people. I say we make the information known. Allow the people to see the real justice served. Prove that from now on, we work for them.
We tried that already. Or have you forgotten Lucerni? I no longer trust that political machine will work in our favor. No. We must get at the root of the problem before they can react. A more forceful approach. Destroy them and their networks utterly.
Swords and spies and blackmail? The devious means you learned in the South? If we go outside the system, we invite everyone else to do the same. No, we have to do this in the open. Show the people of Tevinter that we're here for them.
We're Shadow Dragons. It's right there in the name. You supported this because you knew the system didn't work for the people.
The point was to work in the shadows until we could work in the light. And Rook has brought us what we need.
May, the Imperium's politics burned you once and you still...
Enough. We're not the only ones who have a stake in this. Rook, you have been instrumental in all this. Which strategy do you prefer?
What sort of change are you trying to achieve?
For a start, slavery. Abhorrent. It needs to go no more.
And Tevinter has been ruled by the Altus Mages for all of its history. That must change. The Zoparati, non-mages, deserve a say in their own governance.
And all that's just the beginning of what will undoubtedly be a long journey.
Shouldn't you be on the same side?
We are on the same side. We both know what Tevinter needs. How best to get it, that's the question.
If we went with Dorian's plan, I'd support it fully. But we won't, because he'll come around and realize that I'm right.
And I'd absolutely back you up on that, if you were right, which you aren't.
We'll see.
Will we?
Dorian, Are you really suggesting violent revolution?
Not necessarily. Sometimes a mere threat of violence is sufficient.
He learned that from his friends in the south. I hear Ferelden settled a succession crisis with a duel.
It worked. Astoundingly.
We're not Ferelden.
I'm merely saying we need to consider bold and creative methods of achieving our ends. The game is rigged. Why play by rules crooked magisters already exploit? Clear the board and start over. If they're gone, we can fill the magisterium with those who respect the office. Then we'll actually see progress.
Mevaris, you really believe making this evidence public will work?
Dorian wants to work behind the scenes, but once again, it's the Magisters and Highbloods pulling the Imperium strings. That doesn't inspire. It's a tactic used by our enemies. We need to show to Winter that we can be different.
Unless they find some way to bury it? Or leverage their wealth, power, and status as they often have before?
Politics is a long game. If we use force against our enemies, our allies will remember it.
You want me to choose who'll be Archon? But I'm not even from here. I can't decide.
Then talk to the ones who are. See what they say. Asher and Tarquin, Nev, Gallus, they're all a part of this, just as you are. We should all be comfortable with whatever course we take.
All right. I'll go do that.
Okay.
Grand news about Lenos. One less crooked Templar in town.
He could have done so much with his position.
But he chose his side and got what he deserved.
Lenos made my life miserable. Rana's too.
I hear he started out different. Maybe he once cared about something other than gold. But I didn't know that, Lenos. And I'm not going to mourn the one I did. Still, I'll thank the bastard for writing everything down and delivering it to us all neat.
Dorian and Mevaris still have to decide what to do with everything we got from Lenos.
I just don't know enough about Tevinter to know what's best for its people.
I suspect this decision will determine Tevinter's path for years to come.
Then Dorian's way is my choice. He knows you don't stop to talk when you find a hole in the enemy's defenses.
Dorian is a brash rebel.
And Mevaris too much of a romantic.
I think the people will appreciate Mevaris returning as the leader they've always wanted to see.
No. They'll appreciate their lives actually changing for the better.
What do you think might happen depending on who leads?
With May, she gets power back again. Gets one more shot at changing Tevinter from the top down. Worst that could happen is nothing. But that's what you risk when all you rely on is hope. But with Dorian...
We could get chaos, strife. Things might get harder before they get easier. If they get easier.
I'll take my chances.
And whoever leaves will have the Shadow Dragon support, right?
Count on it.
We'll keep fighting. For Dorian. Or for Mevaris.
What else is there to do in this town, anyway? It rains all the damn time.
Alright. What do you got for me, Nev?
So what do you think?
Lenos is gone. We got information about the Venatori's plans, the god's ritual. I'd call that a good day.
I meant about Mevaris and Dorian. We all want change. Who will be the more effective in getting it?
Oh, that. You're dragging me into it?
This is your city. Don't you think you should have a say?
Mevaris Talani has been in this game for decades. She's dedicated and ruthless when she needs to be. Dorian Parvis is a wild card. Flashy and inventive, he'll keep his enemies on their toes. But if you're asking me, I'd go with Mevaris. She'll inspire people, show them that the Magisterium can be better than it is. Right now, after the gods and everything else, that's what this city needs.
Oh, Nev.
What we all need.
Thanks, Nev. That helps.
That's what I'm here for.
Oh, I don't want to disappoint you now. Oh, Nev. You're gonna make this very hard.
Maker.
I was
A
thinking
full
of going
quarter
with
of the
Dorian.
Magisterium supporting a cult. Bending the knee to these risen old gods just for a taste of more power. Can they not see they're only tools for the gods? So they can destroy the world?
Demanding intelligence, rationality, and self-awareness from our peers. You ask too much, Mevaris.
Look at me. Such a fool.
Ah, it's Rook. You spoke with the others.
What do you think? Who should be leading the charge from here on?
What happens after it's decided who'll lead?
Well, Lenos is gone, the cult's numbers are down, and they're scrambling to prepare for the god's ritual. They'll be distracted. It's a perfect opportunity to get our preparations in order.
All plans contingent on surviving the current disaster, of course.
Only because Nev wanted this. And I think she supports whatever Nev will inspire, even though my heart goes to Dorian from Inquisition. But really, it's got to be the whole Devinter. So, and if Nev wants it, Nev gets it.
Mevaris should lead.
I will not squander the opportunity. That is my promise to you all.
And May will have my full support, of course, for when enemies get in our way.
They will. It is Tevinter, after all.
The risen gods are still causing chaos. The people will need your voice to keep them fighting.
Oh, they will fight. This city has strength enough to stand against any so-called gods. We will win the day, and after that, we will win a brighter Tevinter for all of us.
Perfect. That is great. All right. Nev. Perfect. So where are you? Whoop. Wrong button again. Okay. The Shadow Dragons. A notice on the wall in Dark Town. A sketch of Archon's palace is crossed out in red paint. They'll torch us if it suits them. They've done it before. They bled our bodies and butchered our cities to feed their hunger for power, and they're always hungry. Make them remember the Deventor they've forgotten, the Deventor hidden down here in the darkness beneath their towers. The High Bloods don't own us. They don't own Tevinter. If they will not share it, then we will take it from them. There are dragons in the shadows too. They are more of us than them. Bring the light. Scroll of Eternity Victory. A Venatori declaration of ultimate victory over the Shadow Dragons, forever removing their filth from the history of Tevinter again. They are nothing if not consistent. We aim for nothing. Oop, there we go. The Silent Toad. A stone toad. Old story claimed Dumat, the old god of silence, had a toad companion, usually silent itself. Those who heard the toad croak would die soon after. Oh, there was more? Where? Oh, right there. I don't really do anything cold. I leave that for Nev. We're going to head back here and save, and then we're going to end this episode, and the kids are apparently dying of hunger, so I'm going to go feed them. Until next time, guys. Bye now.